Next one is empirical. Empirical is nothing, it is scientific. The thing which we are doing in the research, definitely it is scientific. We have to follow scientific methods and procedures. In the social science research also, we are following some scientific methods and procedures um, for getting correct result. Okay, so normally an empirical study is go with quantitative research rather than qualitative research. In qualitative research, definitely we say it is biased and it have the several prejudices and it have a subjectivity in the qualitative research. But in the case of quantitative research, we are go with scientific research or scientific methods and procedures for getting appropriate result. But in the case of humanities or social science research, actually it is a controversy between whether the quantitative research is appropriate or qualitative research is appropriate in the case of human beings. When we are studying with human people, and especially in the case of psychology, education, and other social science researchers, also other research is related with people or human being, definitely whether it is applicable in quantitative nature, it is okay, or qualitative is okay. Actually it is controversy. Most of the people are against the quantitative research and other people are against the qualitative research. So actually it is controversy among qualitative and quantitative. But in the scientific researches, definitely quantitative research is better rather than qualitative research. But in the case of social science, there is two sides for a single coin, likewise we can say. So quantitative research, definitely it is scientific side and scientific method we have, and qualitative research, definitely it is not free from objectivity. Definitely it has subjectivity, and there is chance for bias and it is chance for prejudices. So okay, so most of the research, definitely we will empirical. That means scientific, we should follow scientific methods and procedures. Another thing is systematic. Systematic, we all know what is systematic. Definitely when we go with a research, definitely we have to systematic for getting the desired outcome. So if we selecting a problem, we have to first we have to formulate a problem, or first we have to find out a problem, and based on the problem we have to formulate objective, and we have to formulate hypothesis and tools, data collection procedures we have, and after analysis, analyzing procedures we have. So all those steps we have to done in a systematic manner, then only we will get desired outcome. Okay, so next one is the reliability. So reliability and validity is the term we are normally discussed in research. So reliability is nothing, the thing which we have tested, it must be reliable. It must be reliable. That means we have in any time we have to done the same research in the same population or similar population, we should have get the same result, then only the research must be a reliable one. Okay, in this time I'm doing a research and I'll get a result from my sample, and another the same study I'll continue with other population or the similar population, definitely I will get the same result, and only the research have reliability. Another thing is validity. This is another important term we are normally discussed in research, that is validity. Validity is what we have uh, what we have intent to measure, that should measured. So what the things or the accuracy of measurement, or whether the thing which I like to measure or I wish to measure is measured or not, that is validity. So normally we have certain validities we have, and we have reliability test we have, split half, Cronbach alpha, and test rate test method. So there are number of reliability tests also for knowing the reliability of the test, and for the validity also we are doing some techniques, that content validity, face validity, predictive validity. Lots of validities we are using for ensure the validity in our research. So validity is nothing, it is what we are intended to measure, that should be measured, that is validity. Okay, so findings, so just break my class, so I'm asking a doubt, that is whether you people have understood or not. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇത് ക്ലിയർ ആവുന്നുണ്ടോ? എടുക്കുന്നത് സ്പീഡ് കൂടുന്നുണ്ടെന്ന് എനിക്കറിയാം, എങ്കിലും വളരെ ഷോർട്ട് ടൈമിൽ തീർക്കുക എന്നുള്ളത് കൊണ്ട് ആണ് ചോദിക്കുന്നത്, വെദർ യു ആർ ക്ലിയർ ഓർ നോട്ട്. സോ Just I go to next point, that is employees hypothesis. So most of the results we have to ensure, or we have to formulate hypothesis for testing, or actually hypothesis is a tentative guess or a tentative assumption to the relationship of the variable, that is hypothesis. In the qualitative researches, most of the qualitative researches we don't use hypothesis, but in the case of quantitative research, in each and every quantitative research we are stating hypothesis, okay, along with the objectives. But in the qualitative researches we are avoiding hypothesis, but we have objective and we have research questions also. So most of the research, when we think about a research, we have to employ hypothesis, but actually hypothesis is not compulsory in research. Based on the research, or if it is quantitative, we definitely we have to formulate the hypothesis. But in the case of qualitative, normally we avoid for stating the hypothesis. For that we are using objective, and we are much more giving emphasize to objective and research questions. Let's move on to action research. So action research normally we are using for, we all know, it is for immediate solution of the problem. In one, normally in the native questions they are asking, just pick out the research from the following, it will get an immediate solution for a problem. That is none other than that is action research. So action research is mainly we are using for getting immediate solution for a problem. Okay, so it is not, we are not developing any theory by the result of action research. So it is type of applied research. Actually it is type of applied research, and it is mainly for getting an immediate solution. So if we are, for example, if we are when you are going to a particular class and most of the students are fail to read english letters, or fail to read english words, or they might don't have or they don't know to write english alphabet. So that that you find a problem. So you just applying some sort of strategies to make the people to read the english words, or you people maybe use some strategy to make them to write english alphabets. So you people are using 1 week strategy or 2 week strategy, and you will get immediate result from the students. So such kind of research we are called as action research. Okay, hope you people are clear about what is action research, what is applied research, and what is basic research. So let's see some questions from this area. Okay, and after then only I move on to next area. Okay, different methods of research. Okay, qualitative quantitative mix. So you just read out the questions, and I just read out the questions, and I'm also answering the questions. Okay, we don't have any much more time to for interactions. So if you have any doubt, you just note down, and after my class I will give you 5 minutes to 10 minutes for asking your queries. Okay, you just point out your doubts. So first one, the question is, the principal of a school conducts an interview session of teachers and students with a view to explore the possibility of their enhanced participation in school program. This endeavor may be related to which type of research? Definitely it is action research. Therefore we will get immediate results. So it is action research. Okay, another thing, a usual sequence of steps when we are doing action research. Normally which steps we are using for, it is plan, act, observe, and reflect. This is the steps of our action research. Okay, I just give a brief idea about what is qualitative research. So qualitative research is focus on discovering and understanding the experiences and perspectives and thoughts of participants. It explore meaning, purposes of reality. So here we are searching, research is searching again and again. We are searching for something, but in the form of qualitative manner. In the form of qualitative manner. So here qualitative manner means we don't go with any kind of numericals. Okay, in quantitative research we are using numericals, but in the qualitative research we are not using numericals. We are just using words. We are analyzing or we are collecting data through words, and we are analyzing data through words. So that is qualitative research, and it is interpretive in nature, and it is we are using naturalist approach for qualitative research. Okay, and For I'll give some example for qualitative research. That is, case study is a qualitative research. Ethnography is a qualitative research. Historical study is also a qualitative research. Document analysis qualitative is a qualitative research, and phenomenology, grounding theory, it is also is coming under qualitative research. And the qualitative research definitely it is objective. It is not the objective based. It is subjective. There's a chance for subjectivity in the qualitative research. Okay, qualitative research we are deals with words rather than numbers, but in the quantitative research we are deals with numericals rather than words. Okay, and for the qualitative purposes we are using interviews, conversations, photographs, records, field notes. We are using this is strategies we are using for the qualitative inquiry. Okay, you just read all the steps we are using for qualitative research. uh, these are the techniques we are using for qualitative research. We are observing the performance of the students, so we are observing some sort of situation, and we are interviewing people, and different types of interview we are using, content analysis we are using, focus group discussion we are using, sociometry we are using, projective techniques we are using for qualitative research. Okay, and this is the thing we are using for standardizing the qualitative research, that is triangulation. Normally we are, most of the net exam we can see this term triangulation. Triangulation is we are using multiple method or data, multiple data sources in qualitative research to develop a comprehensive understanding of a phenomena, or we are inquiring a certain problem, or we are inquiring we are finding result for a certain particular question. So for getting a particular answer we are using multiple methods. For example, we are using interview, we are using observation, we are using questionnaires for getting the same answer, for getting the result in the same questions. Okay, or we are using different sources, or multiple sources we are using to get answers for a particular questions. Okay, that is triangulation. Next we can see what is quantitative research. Quantitative research, definitely it is objectivity it's have, and we can generalize the research. In the qualitative research we unable to generalize the result. We have population and we have samples, so the result we will get from the sample. It Sample must be representative. If the sample is in the representative form, we can generalize the result we will get from the sample to population. But in the case of uh, qualitative research, it is not possible. Generalization is not possible in the qualitative research. Okay, so researchers will aside his or her experiences, perceptions, and biases to ensure objectivity. So here, qualitative in the quantitative researches, the researcher is free from all kind of bias. Okay, for ensuring the objectivity. Okay, so from the objectivity the researcher is drawn the conclusions. Okay, so in the quantitative researches we are using deductive method. Deductive means general to particular method we are using, but in the case of qualitative research we are using inductive methods, that is particular to general. Okay, so, for example, for quantitative research, a survey is a quantitative research, experimental method is a quantitative research, correlation research is a quantitative research, and these are the quantitative examples for quantitative researches. Okay, and this is phases of quantitative research. Actually, it is a normal steps we are using for quantitative research. We have introductions, and we should have theoretical background, and we should have methodologies, and we should have the analyze techniques, and we should report the results. Okay, and tools we are using for quantitative research. In qualitative research we are using some qualitative techniques we are using for getting qualitative results. So here we are using some tools for getting quantitative research, that is achievement test we are using, aptitude test we are using, attitude test we are using, Then interest inventories are we are using, personality inventories, rating scales, questionnaires. These are tools we are using for getting quantitative results. The speciality of this tool is the result we will get, or the result we get in the form of numerical. From the numerical, we will get the result for the quantitative research, or for analyzing quantitative research. But in the case of qualitative research, we are using certain techniques to get qualitative data. That is called data is must be in the form of word rather than numericals. But in the case we are getting a numerical result. Okay. So in the for standardizing the quantitative research, we have validity and reliability. We have for standardizing the qualitative research, we are using the method triangulation. But in the case of quantitative research, we are using validity and reliabilities. Okay, different types of validities there and different types of reliabilities there. Retest, test, retest, parallel forms, split half, cronbach alpha is the coefficient as the, this we are using for different, for getting different reliabilities. And validity, content validity, predictive validity, face validity, construct validities are there. So next method is mixed method. So mixed method is combo of qualitative and quantitative research. Both qualitative and quantitative research are included in mixed methods. Okay. So in the mixed methods, we know the procedures and techniques we are using from the both qualitative and quantitative research. Okay. So we are interpreting the thing with words, and also in the mixed research interpreting the data with numericals also. So actually it is a mix of both qualitative and quantitative researches. We are using both inductive approach and deductive approach in the mixed method. So this is different types of qualitative research you can see. Case study is there, and ethnography is there, historical research is there. And in the historical research there are no low number of things we have to explain, so we don't get much more time to explain those things. So just go with some questions in this area. Depth of any research can be judged by objectives of the research. So the important we have to give after formulating the problem, we have to give much more importance to stating the objectives of the research. So the objective, from the objective we know the depth of a research. Okay. In qualitative research, research paradigm, which of following features may be considered critical? Data collection with bottom up empirical evidence. So we should collect data from the bottom level. Okay, then only we will get an appropriate answer.